Hi guys, welcome to another video on the JB and Millie channel. Today Millie, am going to be doing another playthrough of Jurassic World Evolution with you guys, and as you can see it's just loading our island. So for those of you that have been following this gameplay, this is the second island. I really messed it up, and last time, maybe the last two times, I've just been trying to rebuild this and build something really quite nice. So this is the park so far. I have my main enclosure where I'm working on breeding the dinosaurs, where I'll then transport them into the relevant enclosures. So this enclosure, so we have this type of dinosaur. They're a herbivore, and so they're quite easy to manage. This one is another herbivore. We have the Triceratops in here. Again, really quite easy to manage. And I'm just setting up an enclosure in here, which is where we finished off last time, where I'm hoping to have the first carnivores of this island. So I just need to get a feeder in here and then just work up the funds to incubate the dinosaur. So that's all okay. So in terms of other things we worked on last time, we finally got this monorail put in, which is something that I personally am quite proud of. And other places on the island, just power station, ranger station, gift shops, toy shops, fast food. So yeah, every kind of shop variation. Another power station there. The ACU centre, which I've put quite close to the enclosure where we breed the dinosaurs, just so I can have them like fly them to wherever they're going. So yeah, I'm certainly a lot happier with this island this time round, when I feel like I've kind of done it more on my terms, because obviously it started as something that we had to fix up. So I'm gonna need a carnivore feeder. I feel like maybe a live bait feeder would be good. So maybe if I put in one live bait, and of course it's too expensive for me to build a second one, but that's ultimately what I'm gonna look at doing. So everything seems to be running okay on the island. I do have a few extra things that I want to build in, but I guess I'm not quite there yet in terms of financing. So in terms of financing, the shop's quite quiet. Restrooms, fine. So the transport is high, that's really good. All this seems to be running okay. Again, maybe it's another thing we could do is look at completing tasks in order to build up that finance. So it looks like in terms of the next thing, oh look, there's our monorail, is two things I want to look at doing. Personal goals, the carnivore, but in terms of the goals the game's set, I need an expedition centre and I need a fossil centre. So I can't afford either of those yet. And really you can't have one without the other, so it's going to be a case of building the park up enough, which I do think is going to take us a little while. So at this point I would like to point out that I am trying to grow a Jurassic Park Evolution community. So guys, if you have the game, if you're playing the game and enjoying it, please drop a comment below so we know who you are and we can all try and help each other out. I would like to say a huge shout out and a huge thank you to anybody who has taken the time to help me with the game. So I know Smash has been a particularly, good friend to us amongst this game, and they've been offering lots of advice and things like that in the comments. So thank you to you and to anybody else who's commented in this time period. So just, thank you so much. Okay. So I am getting ready to breed that first dinosaur. So there's a couple that I'm thinking. The Velociraptor was a big struggle for me last time, and I don't feel ready to take that on again, admittedly. So for me it's between this one and this one. Now this one I've had before, I know it works really quite well. They're not too kind of challenging really. Whereas this one I'm a bit less familiar with. but they are less expensive to breed. And I want to get my park up, so it's kind of like, should I try that? Should I risk that, or should I wait? I'm kind of unsure. But I do think that it's the key to getting more revenue in the park. So as soon as we can afford it, we're going to do it. We're going to do this one. So we need another 7,000. So working on our average minute revenue, we can now do this. So I'm sure Smash could tell me, because I don't know this for myself, in terms of how friendly this dinosaur is, how social this dinosaur is, if it needs somebody else, not somebody, but something else within the enclosure with it, if I need to breed a second one before I can release it, that sort of thing. So this is the alpha Triceratops, so I'm quite happy. Just gonna click on the ranger station and see if there's anything the rangers can do. So one thing to know about this second island, for those of you that haven't really played it, is that, oh my goodness, it's too expensive to refill these. That's awful. Are you hungry? Are these hungry? And it says they're okay for food right now. So yeah, sorry guys. A complete different train of thought there. Just focusing on my little dinos. So yeah, for those of you that haven't played the second island that much yet, it's awful for storms. That's the one thing you really, really need to know about this island, is it gets a lot of storms, and when they hit, they do hit quite badly. In that they can kind of destroy buildings, they can destroy your fences. And another goal for me personally is to get a storm defense built, especially near the carnivores. So I'm going to resupply this. As soon as this is ready, I'm going to release it. But admittedly, I'm quite nervous. I'm enjoying the park though. Okay. So now if I click on the ranger station, I can refill the other one. Okay, so we're getting some good traction with revenue right now. Okay. I'm going to try doing something a bit different. Going to change up the stock a little. Going to see if that helps. Just changing things up, seeing if it increases revenue at all. Okay. I mean, there suddenly seems to be a lot of people coming in and out of the park. Dinosaur ready to release. This is where I get nervous. Because like I said, this is a completely new type of dinosaur to us. Maybe not completely new, but certainly unfamiliar territory, and it looks petrifying. So there's not enough forest land here for it. And the last thing I want to do is upset this dinosaur. That much I can tell you. Okay, this is making me very nervous. So let's get the ACU in. I want this dinosaur transported into the enclosure that I've made for it.
Adding task.
And then from there we'll see what happens. So the enclosure that's been designed for them is this one, and I can already tell it's not going to have enough forestation. It seems to like that. So if I'm to add a little bit more, hopefully this will make the dinosaur a bit more content. So we then use the transport team. Okay. Keeps missing. But you can see where it's hitting the ground. It's taking it right up to the fence. I've just got a very poor aim. Okay, so let's try this again, transport teams. I'm just going to give them a minute. It seems to be taking them a while. Although, plus side of that is while we're waiting, our revenue is increasing. So we're going to be able to maybe incubate another one of these. I'm tempted to just take over the helicopter and do it myself. Okay. Not quite financially there with that yet. Okay, this is good. They've finally tranquilized it. So, transport teams. We will move this to its new enclosure, where it does have a feeding station. And then hopefully that will increase the profit in the park per minute. Just the fact we've got that different type of dinosaur in there, we've got that carnivore. That should be quite helpful. As I said, I'm looking at incubating another one of these as soon as the finances go up sufficiently. I just need to make sure that this one is comfortable in its enclosure. Profit per minute. Solving dinosaur welfare issues would improve your dinosaur rating. So we have some dinosaur welfare issues. Is that what's going on? Sorry. Okay, so now looks like the food needs refilling in the Triceratops enclosure as well. Okay, so that's their tasks done, because sometimes the helipads and things seem to take a while. Okay. So somewhere in here we have a dinosaur. I need to locate it. Because right now it's concerning me that we don't actually know where it is. So it's hungry. Now hunger is going to be an issue. If it stays hungry, it will escape. So it's a good thing we checked on it when we did, because that means we can build an enclosure here with the feeder here. Don't do it. Come on, the food's over there. Go to the food. Okay, good. So we've at least got it eating now. Hopefully it won't be hungry then. That's something less for us to worry about. So in terms of other issues, comfort seems fine, water seems fine, food's increasing, health is fine, grassland, forest that could be a little bit more, but it's all okay. The only other issue to really resolve is socialness. So there's a couple of things. I could brave it and create a velociraptor to go in here, because that's one of the missions, but I also don't think I'm brave enough. Because I honestly believe it was the velociraptors that ruined the park last time. And it's kind of like, do I want to risk it? Ultimately, I guess I'm going to. I mean, it's the aim of the game. You have to introduce these dinosaurs, right? It's just a lot. So this is his roaming. It doesn't seem to be up to any kind of issues. I just want to take a look from the viewing gallery. You can't really see it. Okay, so that's something I need to consider, is what do I do next in terms of those dinosaurs. Now, in terms of financial revenue, which is something that I personally see as a bit of an issue in this game, is I need to just create more finance. And I feel like maybe the one way to do that is I do need to complete the contracts. And so the Velociraptor is going to be the next stage for me. The park seems to be doing quite well though, even if it is moving really slowly, and I'm sorry for you guys that it is, but perhaps you could drop in the comments to me just how you think is the best ways to bring in more revenue. Like, you can see what's going on with my park here right now. So if you just let me know how you deal with this, that would be really, really helpful. I mean, the shops all seem quite okay. I feel like another way to bring in a lot of guests tends to be recommending getting a hotel. Now, I honestly, as you can see from the finances in the game, really aren't even close to being able to do that. So I guess at the minute I'm just having to make the most of what we have. Okay. I love these so much. They all seem quite happy. This I'm nervous, so nervous about. As you see, I just keep coming back to click on this enclosure, because I'm just like, oh, what if something happens? What if one gets out? What if, you know, just what if? These all seem to be running around a little bit, which is concerning. Okay. We almost have the finances. And when we do, it's Velociraptor time. Okay, guys, this scares me. This does admittedly give me the heebie-jeebies. But we're doing it. So the one thing I said I wasn't going to do is reintroduce velociraptors too early. A mission comes up at the side and we're already doing it. And I should know better because it's titled Survival of the Fittest. Why on earth would I do this? It's bizarre. But hey, let's just see. Like, you know, it's part of the game, right? Wow, the view from this viewing station is actually really good. That's 3 or 4 dinosaurs you can see from that one. 2 and the big dinosaurs from this one. This one less so. But I don't even think I can really see one. Is that it running over there? We'll see. Let's see how the Hammond lab is doing. Oh no, the incubation failed. I really couldn't afford for that to happen. Oops. Okay. That was a shame. Okay guys, so again it's back to the drawing board with kind of bringing in the finance just quite slowly. I'm trying to think of ways to generate more income in the game and it's just not happening right now. Okay, so we're 193,000, so we're getting on track to be able to incubate another dinosaur, I'm hoping. So guys, come on, I really would love it if you commented below and just told me how you fix these issues. Because for me, like, income's the biggest one. Maybe, how do you feel about going back to the first island? Like, is there much I can benefit from there? If I do some research projects there, could I unlock more things on this island? You know, just anything you know about things like that, please just drop in the comments. It would be so helpful. Okay. I'll just keep checking on this. Profit per minute. Increasing the variety of dinosaur species would improve dinosaur ratings. Okay, we need to do this. We need to get this next dinosaur out. I mean, would it be stupid for me to incubate one of these? Or indeed one of these? Okay. I want to try and incubate 2 of them. Just to increase the species, just to bring in the money so that we can then work on improving. So I'm going to put these into this enclosure. And then when I get the next herbivore, I'm going to put these in with the Triceratops and hope that the Triceratops will still be okay, just because we know how much I love them, so I'd hate for anything to happen to them. Okay. So we've got 2 dinosaurs incubating there, that's fine. Don't know what happened to my voice then, guys, I'm so sorry. And then again, I'm just worrying about this dinosaur, maybe for no real reason, just because I don't want it to escape, I guess, is the ultimate reason that I'm stalking it. Oh, it's sleeping, good. You stay asleep. Gives me less to worry about when they're asleep. 88% done. Woo! I really do like this game though. Like, if you have the patience to just sit and wait for the revenue like I'm doing right now, you can get a lot of enjoyment from this game. Wow, look at this. So we're really building the park up again. We're really bringing in the dinosaurs, I feel. They look a little bit scary. No, I really, really do enjoy this. That's amazing. Okay, so they seem content. Social and population is a little low. Forest is a little low. But ultimately, like I said, the plan is to move them across to here. So again, perhaps forestry will be a little low. But that's something that I can work on. Landscape. Let's do a back row of forestry there. And then it's time to get the ACU in. So we add a task for our ACU helicopter.
No problem.
This one and this one need to be tranquilized, and then I can move them across. Now I'm worried about these. We're gonna have to, you know, make sure we do check in on all our dinosaurs and make sure they're safe, predominantly. Transport teams. Transport you to here, and transport you to here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add one more feeder into this enclosure as well, just to make sure that, you know, there's no kind of fights over food. That was a good one, right in front of the viewing gallery. Hopefully that'll really help. Okay, they're moving across now, as we can see. Everything at the minute is going so smoothly. I'm just preparing for that storm, because the storm's when everything goes downhill. So we see these dinosaurs are kind of coming off to this side, and that's fine. As long as they have like their little packs and stuff, I think they can still exist quite cohesively together. So I said this was the next type of dinosaur we were going to try and breed. And if we managed to do that, we were going to move them across to share a pen with the Triceratops. So they're looking for water. Socially, maybe a little low. Everything else seems quite content. And these all seem quite happy too. So they seem to be coexisting quite nicely right now. They're together here. I'm kind of hoping for no confrontation. I just want to see these getting on, so that we don't have anything to worry about. Okay, there's been a disease contracted. So the way to deal with diseases when they contract is get your ranger team, you add a task. And then you send the rangers out to medicate. Now the rangers, I think, are quite temperamental. The trucks often get stuck somewhere, they can get run into. So always make sure that they're kind of doing the right thing. So I'm just kind of watching them. So hopefully this is just going to be a quick case of an injection and darting gun, and then they can go. Come on, you can do it.
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
Okay, what's happening here? Okay. Great, so we're out of there. Now, we said that an incubation had failed, which is this one. Luckily, I think we can afford to incubate another one of these because they're not too expensive, and we can now release this one. Okay guys, so we've made quite a lot of progress in this video. We've incubated a few new dinosaurs, we've really brought the dinosaur population of the park up, bringing in a stronger revenue per minute, all that sort of thing, all the kind of necessities of it all we've really worked on together, which I'm quite happy with. So the last thing I'm doing is just transporting this new dinosaur over to where it needs to go. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you're just watching these videos speculating on whether or not to get the game, I cannot recommend this game highly enough. I love it. Like, I'm having so much fun playing it, and I really don't want to even end this video right now, but I feel like half an hour kind of chunks are probably better for you guys than me posting a huge 5-hour video. So guys, thank you so much for watching as always. If you love anything Nintendo, please consider subscribing to our channel where we have Jurassic World Evolution content, but not only that, we have a whole ton of Animal Crossing, Mario Kart, and even some Pokemon content for you guys as well. So with all that in mind guys, please like, comment and subscribe.